What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday to everyone. Climate Data Report here with the Tuesday Tropical Update for Tuesday, September 5th, 2023. We do have a new named tropical storm to tell you about. Tropical Storm Lee, which literally just became a depression last night. And there are also two other waves in the tropic. We have Franklin. Remember Franklin? Yeah, there's still remnants of that out there. Not terribly concerned about that. And behind Lee, we do have another disturbance. Let's talk about Lee. That is our big focus for this video. Tropical Storm Lee expected to rapidly intensify into an extremely dangerous hurricane by the weekend. As of 5 p.m., Lee is moving west-northwest at 16 miles per hour. Its minimum pressure is 1005 millibars, and its maximum sustained winds are up to 45 miles per hour. The expected track for Lee says that by 2 a.m. on Thursday, it will become a hurricane. And by 2 p.m. Friday, already a major hurricane. And the National Hurricane Center is expecting that it will become a Category 4 storm, missing the Leeward Islands and missing Puerto Rico well to the north. Let's take a look at the latest satellite picture. Here's Lee right here. Here's the other wave behind it, which that will become a name system, but we're not concerned about that right now. And up here, here's what's left of Franklin. And believe it or not, take a look up here, east of New England and east of Nova Scotia. That is what's left of Idalia. Yes, it does still exist. Alrighty. Zooming in closer to Lee, take a look at this. You can see Lee here. It is moving west, and it is fairly impressive at this time. There is relatively warm waters, and the wind shear, it's actually going to lessen even more as we go on in time. So Lee will rapidly intensify. The waters are warm, and there's plenty of available moisture. Let's take a look at the tropical models. First, we'll take a look at the tracks, and you can see most models are in agreement on a track going somewhere like this, west-northwest, but there are a couple members that are more southwest, and that is something we take note of because some modeling guidance is starting to trend more to the southwest, and more on that in just a moment. Taking a look here at the latest intensity guidance, there's fairly strong agreement from the majority of these tropical models that it is definitely going to become a hurricane. And there's also strong agreement that it gets to Category 2 or greater, and many of these members go Category 3, Category 4, with one member going up to a Category 5, and if not, a couple more than that, as you can see here at the end of this HFBI, that goes to a Category 5 at the end of the run as well. While a Category 5 can't be ruled out, right now the official Hurricane Center forecast is stating it will get to a Category 4. Now let's take a look at some of the modeling guidance. And first off, let's show you the GFS. Here's the GFS, which just came in. And there's a big thing that we're watching here. You can see it does rapidly intensify on the GFS. Look at this. It gets down to 933 millibars. At that point, yes, that would be pretty much a Category 5. But watch here. As I go backwards in time with GFS runs, you can see here's multiple runs ago. Watch what happens. It's trending more southwest. And why is that of a concern? Well, if it's more southwest and a delayed turn to the north, it would miss Bermuda. As you can see here, Bermuda does get some wind, but for the most part, this misses Bermuda. And that is key. Right now, we are expecting that it's going to track somewhere in between Bermuda and the United States. A hit to the United States, it's not off the table. A hit to Bermuda, it's not off the table. It's more likely that we're going to see something just to the east of the United States, but let's be completely honest here. Right now, this is 228 hours out. That is pretty far out. So we cannot say with any confidence whatsoever where this is going to track beyond the weekend. Because again, let's revisit this. As you can see here, we're going back several runs. We're back to a previous run from, I believe this was last night. Watch as I advance this. I'm going to leave this little X right here, or this plus sign. You can see here. Look how far to the southwest it is from the GFS of last night. It's a pretty significant trend. Should that trend continue, the United States would really have to start watching this. Let's go to its ensembles. Here's the ensembles around the same time. We'll reverse this a little bit. You can see all members pretty much agree, the majority of the members pretty much agree that next Tuesday it's going to be somewhere around here. But even at that point, you're starting to see a couple members that are more southwest. Watch what happens. As we advance this, the spread starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. They get further apart. See my two hands? They basically get farther away from each other. Look at this. Some race it up here to near Newfoundland. Some race it to Nova Scotia. I mean, we're seeing just a whole array of solutions. Then you have this whole cluster that say, well, wait a second. It's going to stay down here closer to the Bahamas. And there's even one that comes near the Carolinas and goes up to Delmarva. So, I mean, there's a whole array of solutions. You can see these slower solutions, they do hang it around much longer. And speaking of slower solutions, let's take a look at the European model. We can do that. And the European, my friends, is a bit slower with the turn. You can see, here we are at 12Z Wednesday. Let's go back to the GFS. It's much slower than the GFS. Here's the GFS. Here's the European. Look how much further south and slower it is. So this is something we have to take note of. And if the European was to continue, somewhere between New England and Nova Scotia would really need to pay attention to this storm. And that's what we're watching right now. We know Lee is going to develop into a major hurricane, first off. We know it is going to miss the Leeward Islands at this time and miss Puerto Rico. We need to watch two things. Is it going to turn faster and hit Bermuda, or is it going to stay more southwest? And are these southwest trends going to continue? And if they do, then we're looking at a different ballgame. Because look here, we have a blocking high on the European. That is going to try and keep it more southwest. We also have this. Look at the 500 millibar pattern. We have this trough in the east coast. Should that high keep it more southwest? Well, then you're talking about, hello, could this potential trough try and phase in and pull it to the coast? That's a possibility, but right now, this is just something we're watching. There's no need for panic on the East Coast. There's no need for panic on Bermuda. Just watch this in the coming days. We will update this day by day. We will get through this together, and we'll see what happens. We'll have another update on this again tomorrow. We may also do a climate update tomorrow. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want to see more updates like this, hit that subscribe button down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know anyone that would enjoy watching my videos, by all means, share this with them. I will see you all again next time. Until I see you again next time, have a great evening. Thanks for watching.